On with the show.
What's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the often imitated, never duplicated Voices of Misery podcast. And of course, I am one half your dynamic duo, the nerds. I'm the nerd you are.
Nerdette.
AKA Hawk Tua herself. How you doing?
That's so disgusting. Shut up. That's so gross.
What's going on with you, man? We've been having a really rough time. I just want to warn people off the top of the show here that we've both been pretty beaten up these past few days, but you especially, so I'll let you take it and tell people how you've been doing.
I hate life.
You and me both.
Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I get sick in the weirdest ways now that I'm, like, in my 40s. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And it, like, there's never, like, I never feel like there's a warning sign. I was completely fine. Mm-hmm. I think I don't know what's going on. This happened Friday night, so I'm thinking it was Thursday where I sneezed like maybe twice during the day. Not a big deal. Jenna sneezed a couple times. Not a big deal. Okay, whatever. Friday I probably sneezed like a little bit more, maybe 5 or 6 times. And but no itchy throat, no stuffy nose, nothing. I go to bed Friday night. I wake up about 2:15 to go to the bathroom. So I go into the bathroom, and as I'm turning around in the dark to shut the door and turn the light on so I don't wake you up, I immediately knew something was wrong because I couldn't move my neck. See, you're laughing.
No, this is a part of the story I didn't
terrible.
Know. It all makes sense now.
I couldn't move my neck, and I could feel something was wrong. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because I felt fine until I moved my head. And I turned the light on and looked in the mirror. My neck was so fucking big. Like, it was massive. And I felt around, and like there was huge, like on each side there was like a huge ball of I don't know what the fuck. And I'm like, what the hell happened to my neck? Because all I did was go to sleep. So of course it's 2:15, you're freaking sleeping, and I'm freaking the fuck out. And I don't feel sick at all. It's just my freaking my throat doesn't even hurt. It's just my neck. Ugh. So I peed or whatever when I laid back down, and then of course I couldn't go to sleep because I didn't know what the fuck was going on with my freaking neck.
I think I'm dying. All these
freaking thoughts are going through my head, like, oh my god, a freaking bug went in there and laid like 1,000 fucking eggs. Like, I was thinking some serious fuck, because it's 2 in the morning.
That's a good one, yeah.
Like, you don't have your freaking faculties about you at 2 in the morning, and all these terrible thoughts were going. I'm a smoker. Oh my god, a huge fucking tumor grew in a couple hours that I was sleeping.
You had a fear that it could have been because of smoking, but you just came back in.
I just, and I 2:30 in the morning, I was out on that porch pacing while I was smoking.
Man, it could be these damn cigarettes.
But no, like it was 2 huge balls, like just massive in my throat, and I didn't know what the fuck was up. And I'm like, I'm not laying back down because it's not going to help whatever the hell is swelling. So I was up, and then you came out, like, I don't know. Like, you were up before you came out. You were probably out around 9:30 or so. Mm. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And so I had you feel my neck, and, like, you could feel, like, there was something swollen.
Yeah, there was something in there.
And I'm just like, I don't, whatever. Like, I feel fine. It's just I can't move my freaking neck anywhere. Finally, I just took, like, later on in the day, I'm like, screw it. Because you told me to Google, and I'm like, I'm afraid to Google. Because the last time I had an issue, it was like 2 years ago, and it was like a salivary gland issue that the fucking doctor said I had an ear infection, and it wasn't.
I remember, yeah.
And I told her I had Googled the shit, and I'm like, no, these are my symptoms, and I was freaking
Does Google
right.
have a diploma and a lot of student loan debt?
Like, they don't want to hear when you say you Google something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I get it, but like, she put me on Sudafed that didn't do a fucking thing, and then the infection went into my cheek, and that was a nightmare. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really want to Google, but I was sitting there and the swelling wasn't going away, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I Googled, and like maybe 2 things said it was allergies, and the rest was all, I'm dying. And I'm like, okay.
That's pretty much what you get on Google.
And all the pictures were like grotesque, man. And I'm like, okay, well, my neck doesn't look like that.
It's either it's not that bad or you're freaking dying.
So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna calm down. And you're like, I can go get you some medicine. I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it 24 hours and see what the hell's going on. Because I didn't feel sick. It was just like a lot of freaking like lumps. I don't know, like lymph nodes. Something was fucking swollen on both sides of my neck. I don't know what the hell it was. So I took some Advil. The swelling started going down a little bit. And then it said to start taking like Sudafed and shit. And I'm like, fuck it, that's what I'm gonna do. Woke up a little better yesterday, and like the swelling today, it's still there, but it's like you really have to press to be able to feel it. Mm-hmm. So like it's going away. It's obviously an allergy thing, but I don't. It's the most bizarre fucking thing. I've had allergies forever, and this has never fucking happened.
No, not like us.
No, I don't. It was so bizarre. It was so freaking weird, and like. It was so swollen when I got out of bed. Like, I don't know. I'm afraid to sleep. I'm afraid to lay back down. I just sat on that couch scary. All day. I don't know. But at least I wasn't, like, in pain or anything, unless I moved my head. But, yeah, so no, I didn't watch anything. I didn't do anything. I thought I was dying all weekend.
You watched Old Big Brother, at least. You were watching the old reality shows.
I was watching that, and there was a huge meltdown on the live feeds, and I watched some of that. And that's
got
about
the
it.
damn kid involved with this shit now.
Yeah, she's
all three of you out there watching this damn show. Everyone's got their iPad turned on to this live feed, and it's just, what the hell did you do to my kids?
I can't help it if there's a 24/7 live feed.
Out there comparing notes. One of them's up at 3 a.m. You guys are sleeping in shifts.
Yeah, she tells me what happens, what I missed in the middle of the night, because she's a night owl.
So she's watching these fucking people all night long, not even sleeping. School's in a couple of weeks. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on, but you know what? You did mention something in your story there that makes me feel guilty now. What? Because your pain didn't happen until you were turning around because you didn't want to turn a light on to not wake me up. Yeah. So I had no idea about this part of the story. I thought you ate something and it just didn't agree with you and you had an infection from eating. But it's because you were trying to be nice to little old me.
Well, yeah, I can't, like, I have to make sure the door is shut all the way so I can turn the light on, because I turn you bring in your iPad and you use the iPad light when you're in there. I don't, like, I don't want to grab the iPad and all that shit, especially don't want to drop it in the middle of the night, so I actually turn the bathroom light on.
I dropped mine the night I fainted. That was a scary fucking moment, man.
I don't know, but...
It was the old one, though, before I got the new one.
Seriously, that's, because one of my worst fears is... a bug crawling in my goddamn mouth because I'm a mouth breather, and I'm like, oh my god, I have 1 million eggs growing inside my fucking throat.
We've all got insexual eggs inside of our fucking body, man. Insexual eggs. I just made up a fucking word. Insect eggs.
It was the scariest fucking thing, but at least the swelling has gone down. Just pop a few Advil. And you know, this is another thing that pisses me off.
I'm too high for this shit. I'm too high right now.
That when I had that problem with the salivary gland, or whatever the hell that's fucking called, and it was so swollen, like it was like a freaking orange on the side of my one
Not
face.
The pituitary gland, is it?
I don't know. But she's like, oh, pop some Sudafed. Never said anything about Advil helping with swelling. I didn't know that. I thought it was just like a pain reliever and fever. No.
Shit.
Google told me, take some Advil. I'm like, oh, okay. And we have a shit ton of Advil, so I was popping that like freaking candy, and the swelling went down. I'm like, oh my god. This would have helped me so much 2 years ago. This stupid freaking doctor didn't even say anything. She's just like, just take some Sudafed, it'll be fine. It's an ear infection.
This is why I don't see doctors, people. This is exactly why.
Fucking bitch.
But we should talk about that, though, because you had this pain, and it's because of me you didn't want to wake me up. And then afterwards, you're like, oh, I'm dying, and you didn't wake me up to tell me you're dying, but... No,
I figured you would find me on the couch in the morning.
But I also fell down in the closet and fainted, or in the closet, in the bathtub or whatever. And I didn't say nothing either. Maybe we should tell the other one when something horrible's happening. Just so you know, heads up. I would wake up in the morning, you'd be dead on the floor. I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck happened. She didn't tell me anything. And I just don't know any of this information to tell the police. You could wake up and see me in the bathtub fucking bleeding from the head, and you're like, I don't know what happened. How did he end up here?
I did tell you, though, because I was 2:30 in the morning Saturday. I did tell you Saturday when we were going to bed, I'm like, I'm afraid to go to sleep, so just so you know, this is where the swelling is. I'm taking medicine, but I can't get up in the morning because it's swelling.
I forgot that you told me that. I was high. We're the worst.
It's something is in my throat. So just a heads up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, we gotta just start like when there's a symptom or something happens, we just write each other a note and then go back to sleep.
Just send a text. That's the best way to do it, because notes we'll lose. A text message, I'll probably just delete it if I delete everything.
But yeah, so very eventful. I don't know.
Definitely. I've been sneezing a lot too. So have the kids. It's just allergies, sinuses, and whatnot. That's what it is.
But I've never had that. The stuffy nose, yes, sore throat, post-nasal drip, okay. Huh?
You're also getting older, and also COVID-19. You had COVID, so that could be one of those weird side effects. You know,
just feel like I'm getting sick
and released to kill
now.
us, and
I don't.
It's doing its thing.
I just don't get sick the same anymore. It's bizarre. I don't know.
Well,
so now it's a guessing fucking game.
I've been watching stuff. I've been doing things. You want to hear what I've been doing? Nothing,
not really, but you can
great.
Go ahead.
Nothing great. Well, you didn't watch anything, so we got to fill the time here. So let's just jump into the big news here. I said this was going to happen a couple weeks ago, that Joe Biden is officially out of the race next year for the presidency, and this is something that I knew was going to happen, but it's still crazy to see this all unfolding. And if you ever thought we were in a simulation, or life was fake or scripted, or things weren't real, this is the time where you probably think in your life, I feel like something is happening right now where we have to be in the end times. Has there ever been a time in civilization where everything just feels so weird? Like right now, doesn't everything just feel weird? The past 4 years, everything is like, all this stuff has never happened before. And we're getting all these things that never happened before, one after the other. It's insane. This is like a freaking Hollywood movie script. I mean, you've got the fake virus that they released, and then you got the freaking vaccine that was the real killer, that they wanted you to believe there was a fake virus so they can get this fucking real killer inside of your body. The means that they went to do this, all this shit's crazy. They shut down the economy for 2 fucking years. It's the crazy. It's never happened before, right? You go through all this stuff, you fast forward, you know, all the crap they've been doing to Trump and trying to take this man down. He always comes out on top. They take a shot at him. It barely fucking missed him. You know, they're saying it's glass. The other people are saying it was a bullet. It's fucking crazy how this, like, 18-year-old kid gets up there to take the shot at Trump, and the Secret Service all of a sudden forgets how to do their job. It is just the wildest thing. And then you got this idiot Joe Biden who fucking finally lets go over the weekend and whatnot, and he gets his nomination to Kamala Harris, and everyone else is now falling lockstep and key. And it's just like, if you just slow down for a second and you think about the series of events that have happened the past 4 years, it feels like it's fake, doesn't it? Doesn't it just, it feels like weird. Like we're living in the weirdest times right now, doesn't it though?
I don't pay attention, man.
You don't pay attention, but
I just don't care.
It's just, it's so weird.
I won't be voting. I don't care.
No, I want you to vote this year.
I'm not paying attention. I'm not reading into anything. I don't care. I don't give a fuck who's in there.
I think we need all the help we can get this year to get these fucking Democrats.
But I don't feel like researching any of them. They're all scumbags.
You don't have to research. Just do what I tell you. Just vote Donald Trump or whoever.
That's smart.
If they let him live, just vote red down the ballot, man. I mean, the Republicans aren't much better, but they are better, and we just got to deal with what we got. And if he's our choice, and I'm officially going to endorse Donald Trump for president. Even though I hate the guy, I hate his fucking guts, but I hate the other people more. That's just the way it is this year. I'm not happy about any of the people. I wanted Ron DeSantis in there, but he fucking went after Trump and they exiled him.
There is someone, I think from Texas, that changed their name legally to anybody else, and they're running.
Oh, jeez. Oh, they're going to win in the landslide. Oh, my God. Can you imagine that?
They need a certain amount of signatures. They didn't get the signatures in Texas. They got the signatures somewhere else. Yeah. And they're running, and their name is anybody else. And I'm like, well, that's creative.
Yeah. I mean, I hate Trump. I fucking hate Donald Trump. But we gotta vote for the guy. He's all we got. And other people are saying, well, vote for Kennedy. And I don't think they're gonna let him live to the election either, man. He's gaining some steam and momentum, but I'm not a fan of him because even though he's anti-vaccine, he's also pro everything else that I like. So it's just fuck. You know, horrible choices left and right and middle. So really nothing he can do there. But I do feel like they're going to try a lot of things with her. They're going to try a lot of things that they couldn't try with Joe Biden. I mean, now she's the much younger candidate. She's like 59, 60 years old. Trump is, close to 80. So they can't use the age thing against, Biden because he's not there anymore. And she's younger, obviously. She's a woman. She's black and Indian. So, I mean, they have a lot of cards they can play right now. So expect them to be played. And if you say anything bad against her, you're a bigot, you're a racist, you're all sorts of things now because they have that option. They can play those games again like they did before. Don't think it's going to work. I feel like this was one of the most unconstitutional things I've ever seen. The Democrats are cheating in this election again because she was not nominated. They didn't choose her. The people didn't want her. They did choose Biden. They put him out there. Once he got and accepted the nomination, by default, she gets it after he pulls out. And I think they wanted to install her anyway. Knew she didn't have the confidence of the people, so they did things a shady way. Even though anybody with a pair of eyes could see Biden's been declining since 2015. So that's just basically what they did there. They installed Kamala because the same people that control Biden control Kamala. She's going to be the same exact fucking thing that we're dealing with now if she was to make it. I don't know, man. We just need a lot of people to vote against the Democrats and for Republicans right now because if it's close enough, they will cheat. They're already doing it. So that's all I'm going to say about it.
I thought you watched stuff.
I did. That's all I'm going to say about it. I was actually going to segue into some stuff I watched here. I don't know. What should I do first, TV or the fight? Should I review the fight first?
The fight.
The fight was good, man. I stayed up late on Saturday night to watch Jake Paul versus Mike Perry in a boxing match. And this Mike Perry guy, they call him the King of Violence. He's 32 years old. He's the undefeated champion of bare knuckle fighting, the face of bare knuckle fighting, 5-0 record. The guy's tough as nails, man. He gets the shit kicked out of himself. He beats the crap out of other people. He is a badass dude, man. He's a Rocky Balboa, basically, in bare knuckle fighting. People love the guy. He's a very violent individual, man. You don't bare knuckle fight for a living and enjoy doing it unless you're kind of sadistic in the head. So he's fighting Jake Paul, the YouTuber, Disney star turned professional boxer, whatever the fuck you want to call him. And people were saying this is going to be his toughest fight yet. And I've really only seen clips of the Mike Perry guy fight, but I've watched all of Jake Paul's fights because I enjoy the circus atmosphere, the crazy storylines and shit. And I was trying to stay up, man, and I was having a hard time because I've been getting very stoned lately, like extremely stoned. And it was getting late, and there was one fight before the main event, and I'm saying to myself, listen, I'm going to bed. My eyes were shutting. I was laying in bed. I had everything going. The edibles were just really putting me down for the night. I was like, if this fight goes quick, I'm going to stay up to watch the main event. And it was the ladies fighting. It was Amanda Serrano versus like some fucking daycare teacher. I don't know, man. She beat the crap out of that chick in like 30 seconds and won. So I'm staying up to watch this fight. And within 30 seconds of the fucking first round, man, Jake Paul knocks that dude down, and I'm like, oh, crap, here we go. And the guy, to his credit, gets right back up. But that set the tone for the fight, man. It was a beating. And for people that like to see the Rocky movies, like Stallone and those movies, this is exactly how this fight went down, except for the Rocky guy lost in the end, man. He got the shit. He was blocking everything with his face. He had his hands down the whole time. It was target practice, and he got knocked down.
I hate people that fight like that.
It's dumb.
I don't understand why you leave your freaking face and head like open like that.
Yeah, the guy didn't know he was boxing. He thought it was bare knuckle still. The other guy was just, Jake Paul was just fucking lighting him up, man. This dude, he was battered and bruised and bloody. He was getting knocked down, and he was supposed to be this badass. And to his credit, he took a beating. He was like a zombie. He just kept getting up. And 6th round came, and he got knocked down again. He took like 15 unanswered shots to the face and just went down finally. He gets back up at the count of 8, and the referee's like, are you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, all right, walk over this way. And he started walking, and he stumbled, and they were like, yeah, fuck this. They called the fight. That guy was going to die in the ring, and happily have done so, I think. This was an embarrassment to fighting, man, because you look at the two guys side by side, and the size difference was evident. The weight was evident. I mean, he's beating up on guys that are much smaller than him, so I'm officially checking out of these fights from now on. Until he fights someone that's actually decent, I'm done with these fucking things, man, because all he's doing, he's basically bullying people. He's fighting guys that have never boxed before. Fucking scrubs that are, fucking... Who the fuck did he fight the first time? Some NBA basketball player, Nate Robinson.
I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. He wants to call himself a boxer, but won't fight a boxer.
Well, he did fight 2 boxers recently, and these guys were, like, retired for 4 or 5 years. They were cruiserweight fucking scrubs, like guys that are just awful
But
bums.
He's not fighting anyone...
That he paid off, I'm sure.
It's just stupid.
And he did fight Tyson Fury's brother and lost. And that guy's a shitty boxer. So it's like the one time he tried to fight someone that was at least young in their athletic prime and someone on his level, he lost. So I'm officially done with those. I'm not even going to talk about him until he fights someone decent. I mean, the Mike Tyson thing I'll probably tune into if they even get to that far, because it's Mike Tyson. You got to see how that one goes. But other than that, I mean, that's it. And Tyson only has about 30-second window that he can actually win that fight, and it's going to be a shame to see him go fucking. It was sad to see Mike Tyson get his ass beat by real boxers years ago, and he was on the decline. And Mike Tyson's been on the freaking decline since '97. And they want him to fight in 2024. I mean, you can see where the athletic commission's priorities are if they're going to license fucking 60-year-old men to fight young guys in their prime and just get slaughtered. He had a medical emergency on the plane. That's why they called the fight, Mike Tyson. Guy was seen walking with a cane. They keep showing the same clip of him like punching a speed bag for like 10 seconds, but they're showing it from different angles to make it seem like he's actually doing this shit longer. He's only got, I mean, if Tyson goes out there and he looks like the old Tyson for about 30 seconds... That's his window to win that fight. After that, he's fucking dead in the waters, man. He's going to get his ass beat, just like Evander Holyfield got his ass beat. It's going to be bad. So, of course, Jake Paul won that fight. I'm done watching those. I did watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And he put the first 5 episodes out, and I thought this was just a short season, so I did some research, and they're filming the other amount. I think it's going to be filmed or put out in November or something like that. So it'll be released in November.
I hate when they do this shit. I hate when they do this shit with shows. They did it with Bridgerton, but at least with Bridgerton, I think there was only like two and a half weeks we had to wait. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't really that bad. And I waited until it all came out so I could just binge the whole damn thing. Yeah. When you have to wait 6 months, a year and a half for the second part of the season to come out, it's just annoying. Like, just fuck off.
That's why they do it, though. They went in for subscriptions, and I'm sure Netflix looks like, what months do we see people leave?
Yeah.
Or at least subscriptions are in November. Cobra Kai's are more popular shows, so let's release this so people sign up again. That's what they're doing.
But at some point, people are just going to lose interest and not give a shit.
Like me. I lost interest in Cobra Kai. Before the season release, I lost interest in it, because they ended the last one pretty good. Didn't think they had to keep this show going. I think now they're just doing it because it's popular. They're just going to keep it going.
And there's a spin-off, right? They're setting up the spin-off?
Movies. They're doing movies.
Oh, movies. Okay.
They're going to connect some of the universes, which is like, do we need... I mean, I understand Walking Dead getting a universe because you've got a lot of people around the world. You could always make up survivors in different parts of the world and show their story and then maybe eventually get them together. Marvel, DC, obviously, you got so many heroes and villains, you could have the universe. But do we need a Karate Kid universe? Who the fuck has been begging for this, man? I hated the movies, really. I didn't like the movies. I liked the first one.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's like he goes to fucking China and he's fighting that fucking Tenzin guy. And then he had Hilary Swank for some reason and Jaden Smith because Will Smith's Nepo child fantasy he had going on at the time. He had to do that. I don't know, man. This season, I'm just watching it now because I have to finish it. And I've watched every other season, and I did enjoy the earlier seasons, but it's really jumped the shark, and it's gotten kind of stupid after a while. You know, it's just a little weird now. They're showing flashbacks. They're doing a thing with Mr. Miyagi's past that he had hidden.
Oh God!
There was a hole in the floor that Daniel's owned this house for I don't know how long. Didn't know there was a secret compartment in the floor of this area where he found all Miyagi's secrets in like a little treasure chest. And now he's trying to go back and find out what Miyagi's doing.
Oh my God.
Now they got some world tournament, and of course they got all the kids from all the karate schools that were fighting this whole time up until the season. They're all on one team. You can only have 6 kids. So of course, I mean, you already know who the 6 kids are going to be because they've been the main stars of the show the whole time, and they're bringing people back from the dead, and I don't know, man. It's just, I don't really give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the show anymore, but I am going to finish it. It's not the worst show I've ever seen, but it's not the best. I mean, it is... If you're a Karate Kid fan, and I've never met another Karate Kid fan in my life.
No.
I've never met someone who's like, I love the Karate Kid. I know people are like, oh, that was a good 80s movie.
Yeah, I watched it maybe 2 times in the 80s, and that was it.
It's like a Teen Wolf to me. It's like, I watched Teen Wolf. It was all right. That's how I feel about Karate Kid. I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah.
Did I go out of my way to watch it? Did I pretend I was Daniel's son? No, who the fuck wanted to be Daniel's son, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. So I don't even know why the hell I even watched the show. Just out of curiosity. Because I was a late bloomer to that one, like I am with everything else. I think it was on YouTube at the time, and people were like, oh, you got to see Karate Kid. So, fuck this show. We watched some Supernatural as well. And I think about this show, and I always just have a smile on my face when I think about how great this one is. Supernatural is the best show probably of all time, and I believe it's season 6, episode 17 right now is the point where I had to leave off because I can't watch the same thing one after the other if I have other things in my mind, because I'm always like, I start one thing, I want to watch the other thing. That's kind of how it was with Cobra Kai. So I had to take a break with Supernatural to watch Cobra Kai, and it was only 5 episodes, so now I'm going to go back to Supernatural. And I'm actually trying to find a series to get into and just watch from the beginning, and that Mayor of Kingstown just didn't do it for me. I may try it again. I'm not sure yet or not if I'm going to do it. It just I don't know what it is about that show. It didn't do it.
Yeah.
It just didn't catch me. But I do have another couple of ones here, like X-Files is another one I think I might try next. That one continuously gets shoved down my throat as a show I have to watch, so I'm thinking about doing that one. And Eastbound and Down's another one. Boardwalk Empire is another one. So there's a couple shows out there I have in my mind that I'm probably going to check out eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I don't know. That's about it for me.
Yeah.
Are you ready to get in some topics here?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. What's the matter with you? Are you feeling better? Do you think you'll be able to get through this show?
Shut the fuck up. I'm fine.
How's your throat feeling right now? Do you think
my throat has never hurt.
No. It was just those big lumps?
Yes.
I could have swore you said you were in pain.
Yeah, I couldn't move my freaking neck. You kept wanting to hang on me, like, just like, dude.
No,
like, there's, pressure on my neck.
Like, well, I wanted some hot too.
All
right. You ready to get some topics here?
Yeah.
All right. So I do have an update for you, and I remember this was a story that you were talking about that I really enjoyed. You remember the cursing bird Pepper?
Yeah.
This was a topic that you brought in. I have an update on Pepper. Coincidentally, Pepper was the name. Oh man, bringing back memories here now. Of my beta fish. I had a beta fish at an old job, and I named it Pepper. Remember that fish?
Yeah.
And that was a sweet little fish. You always everyone would write into the show and ask about updates.
It was the first year of the show, I think.
Yeah, people would ask about the damn pepper.
I forgot about the damn fish.
Yeah, people would ask about my damn fish.
No one gave a fuck about you. They would come into the live chat. How's Pepper doing?
Yeah, like I'm like, oh fucking hey. People would immediately come into the show. I even say, hey, how you guys doing? So how's Pepper doing?
Yeah.
So maybe when I die and I go up to heaven, right before I get denied, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, this fish was waiting for you. They thought you were actually gonna get in and take that shit with you back down to hell. And I could take Pepper with me. So a New York bird named Pepper, who went viral for his R-rated language, now has a new home alongside another bird that also talks shit.
Oh my god, so they're moving it again?
Yeah. Can you imagine these two birds next to each other just, fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you. So Pepper, a white-fronted Amazon, now lives in Olean, New York? Is that how you say it? I don't know, I'm not the New Yorker.
Never heard of it.
Okay. About 74 miles southeast of Buffalo. We checked in with his adopters, Tiffany and Tim, yesterday, and they report Pepper is setting in nicely. He hasn't cursed at them just yet, but we know it's coming. He loves his veggies and always greets his adopters with colorful language when they walk into the room.
I would love the hell out of that bird.
His new owners have an African gray named Shelby, who, according to the SPCA, makes Pepper look like a saint.
That's amazing. We
love that Pepper found his home with adopters who won't be fazed by his colorful language and who also know their birds. May Pepper have decades of issuing threats to his new family. Now go kick some ass, Pepper. So this is some of the things that Pepper would say. Forget, does Polly want a cracker? He goes, does Pepper want to kick your ass? He doesn't like dogs. Dogs owners would sometimes try to get the dog to listen by asking, do you want me to kick your ass, is what the bird would say. Oh my god, this bird is awesome, man. So there you go. You happy about Pepper getting a new home?
That's freaking awesome.
Next to another bird. You think they're just going to...
So apparently the zoo wasn't helping?
No.
Probably because asshole people like us would go up to the freaking window and swear at it.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee that's what it was. So they had to move him. Well, I'm glad he's got a little swearing friend.
Hey man, you know what?
That's freaking awesome.
Everyone has a perfect partner in life out there. And, you only get that one chance to meet him. And I'll tell you what, Pepper has finally met its perfect match in this other bird.
Do you want me to kick your ass?
I can imagine them flying around, like something happens, like an A-bomb hits the world, they get out of their cage and they're flying. They're going to stay together.
I want to know what the other one says.
If it makes this one look like a saint, I can only imagine. It probably uses some extremely colorful language. But they are together, people, so...
That's cute.
Rest in peace. All right.
Rest in peace.
Well, we all die eventually, so I'm just getting it out there. I won't get the chance later, is all I'm saying. Secret hospitals in the Philippines are offering criminals surgical makeover to evade police. Some say you look like an entirely new person afterwards. Now, Philippines, I mean, I guess the height of Filipino is just give them facial hair, because I don't think they're capable of growing facial hair over there, right? Aren't they all like shaved? They look like muskrats, bald muskrats.
I don't know.
They look like lady boys. I don't know what the fuck. But anyway, authorities in the Philippines have uncovered secret hospitals that offer plastic surgery for fugitives and scammers seeking to evade arrest. You can create an entirely new person out of those, says Winston John Casio, a spokesman for the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission. Police raided one such hospital in the southern suburbs of Manila, leading to the discovery of a second hospital. Authorities will shut down both hospitals in the coming weeks, according to the BBC. So an anonymous tip told the authorities that an unlicensed hospital was operating in Pusay, located just 5 miles south of the capital, Manila. An intelligence officer confirmed to the commission that the hospital existed, though it was initially framed as a standalone operation. Authorities arrested 2 Vietnamese doctors, 1 Chinese doctor, 1 Chinese pharmacist, and a Vietnamese nurse, finding that none of them possessed a license to practice medicine in the country. So there you go, man. You can go to this hospital, and this is a place where people completely change their appearances. They get hair transplants, new dentures, and skin whitening sessions if they need to disappear and avoid authorities. So they're saying that there's a lot of crazy shit, and they broke in, they confiscated all sorts of different medical equipment that they don't know where they got the equipment from, because these things are in high dollar amounts, and it's almost like they're being funded by someone else, which is the crazy thing.
Skin whitening treatments.
Yeah, I mean,
that's gotta hurt.
Well, it burns, doesn't it? Isn't that what Michael Jackson was doing? He was getting that treatment.
Oh, I don't fucking know. He was a weirdo. I don't know what the fuck happened to him.
He did have a skin condition, but it was only like a small amount of his skin was white, but for some reason he did everything white.
I don't know.
I don't know. Some weird shit he had going on. You know, he just did what he wanted to do, man.
He just looked like a fucking weirdo, that
creepy
dude.
Fucking idiot. He was a creepy fucking moron. Him and Madonna, the 2 fucking biggest pop stars of the 80s.
What the hell happened to that bitch, man? She looks like a fucking alien.
Maybe aliens are... Maybe we are aliens. But we're like the retarded ones that they dropped off on Earth. They were like, yeah, just get them the fuck out of here.
Like, is she doing that to... She has to be doing that to herself, right? Why would you do that? Why? She looks fucked up.
Well, do people age like that? No.
Who thinks that that's a good idea? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know.
She must be mentally, like, not there.
Well, in order to change your appearance, look like a demon from hell, you have to have some sort of mental issues there. She looks like the vampires from the original Dusk Till Dawn movie. That's what she looks like.
She looks freaky, man.
Like a serpent.
I don't, like, what happened? I don't know.
She looks like a fucking serpent vampire, whatever the fuck they tried. That TV series was awful, by the way.
Serpent vampire.
Yeah, and the Dusk Till Dawn TV show,
okay.
Remember they had like a serpent past or whatever? They weren't vampires, they were serpents. It's so fucking... It sounds as bad as it is. It's probably worse. What do you got?
Okay. A teen was shot and wounded after a group of pals pulled a prank on a gun-toting Maine homeowner pre-dawn Saturday, according to authorities. Vincent Martin, who's 30, allegedly opened fire on the teens after they targeted his house in a game of ding-dong ditch at around 1 a.m.
We had a similar issue. It wasn't 1 a.m., but there were kids in our neighborhood doing it.
It was after 11 p.m.
They were hitting everybody, and the kid lived like 3 houses away from us. We knew who it was because we saw the motherfucker once. We like saw out the window one time, and I waited out there one night and caught his ass.
And told him we have a gun. Like you don't just go up to someone's house.
I warned the guy. I was
fucking stupid.
I warned the kid. I was like, you stupid fuck. I was like, there could be some horrible things could have happened to you right now. It's just you and me.
Yeah. In the middle of the night.
I warned the kid. I'm like anybody else would have fucking done something horrible to you, and that was the last time they did it.
Well, this was Maine, so. Is that where it was? Maine? Mm-hmm. I don't know. So laws might be different there. After the teens knocked on the door of his Waterford Road house and fled, Martin opened the door and rattled off several shots, striking one of the pranksters in the right calf, the sheriff's office said, according to News Center, Maine. The teenager, whose age and gender were not released by officials, walked into the hospital in stable condition. When authorities arrived at the scene, deputies found a trail of blood on the roadway and arrested Martin. He's facing felony charges of elevated aggravated assault and aggravated reckless conduct, as well as 2 misdemeanor counts of discharging a firearm, the station reported. This should not be fucking allowed, though. Mm-mm. I mean...
No.
These fucking morons are just, like, harassing people.
Mm-hmm. You never know what's on the other side of that door. At 1 in the morning.
Like, you can't really blame this guy. It's 1 in the morning. Like, he, you know, of course going to answer the freaking the door with a gun. Like,
of course. You don't expect guests to come to your house at 1 o'clock in the morning because no decent person would ever ring your doorbell at 1 in the morning. And if you pay attention to the news or if you have any kind of fucking internet access in your house, you've seen the videos of people answering the door at 1 in the morning and getting robbed.
Yeah, I don't know. A new take on Ding Dong Ditch has become an ongoing TikTok trend where teens bang or kick a door and run away in what they call the door knock challenge.
No, that's called the death by neighbor challenge because that's exactly what will happen to you. You will get killed. A
Texas police department warned youngsters earlier this year not to partake in the social media craze because a homeowner could confuse the prank with a burglary and start shooting. And I don't give a fuck if it's a prank.
Can you imagine?
Why are you pranking my house?
Texas, doing it in Texas of all places? Fucking morons. You would do this shit in like New York or New Jersey. We're afraid to have guns.
People online that say kids will be kids, I fucking hate that.
I hate it too.
Do not prank this house because there will be hell. Like, I just, just knock it off. We raise these kids where they don't fuck around.
No. Kids will be kids works in certain situations, not in this situation. If you're intentionally causing harm or doing something that can cause harm to yourself, like ringing doorbells can cause harm. Listen to the story. People
breaking doors down and running away. Like, oh my God, what the hell do you expect is going to happen? Now this guy's going to jail because he shot a kid in the back of the leg. Yeah. Like, he's lucky he got shot in the back of the leg and survived, and it wasn't, like, in his fucking head or his chest.
We were throwing rocks one day, and we were in, like, 1st or 2nd grade. We were throwing rocks, and we hit a car. That wasn't kids being kids either, because we got in a lot of trouble for that shit, man. We fucking broke a windshield. We were babies back then, but that wasn't kids being kids. It was just doing stupid shit. Like, this is fucking the next level, especially nowadays. You're just asking for trouble. Kids being kids is like, oh, well, you know, this kid had a porno magazine in his book bag at school. That's kids being kids. They're doing that.
Pranking each other, that's kids being kids.
Yeah.
Pranking people in your neighborhood, like adults, and like harassing them in the middle of the night, I don't feel like that's a kids being kids thing.
People work early in the morning, you know.
Damaging people's cars. We had like candy, literally candy, on our freaking, like, melted on our windshield because, kids will be kids. Like, motherfucker, this is our property. Yeah. And it sounds like it's just us. It was multiple houses in this neighborhood. It wasn't just us.
The kids were being stupid.
And it's just like I just don't know.
I had that little talk with that kid, and it never happened again. Because sometimes that's all it takes is like, hey, this guy could have been crazy. He could have done something. Instead, he told me, like, hey, this could happen to you if you keep fucking with people's houses, man. You never know what's on the other side of that door. You
just
never
stupid.
Fucking know. All I gotta do is open that door and just let the dog out, and you're in fucking trouble, man. That's all I gotta do. Open the door and like, go.
Yeah.
Just go. You know? You'd be getting chewed on by a fuck. You'd be my dog's chew toy. Is that what people want in life? You know, just
Ding Dong Ditch, and now he's shot. So will he do it again?
You know what? If his friends told him that he can get an extra life or two on there, probably would. All right, here's another idiot. JoJo Siwa reveals her plans to welcome triplets with 3 different surrogates. I'm sure this is going to end well for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, can't we say no to people?
It's 3 babies, though. It's not 3. It's not triplets.
3 different surrogates. I don't know. But anyway, she has specific plans to be a mother of 3 in the future. The famed 21-year-old pop icon, known for her rainbow-colored fashion, revealed her ideas for motherhood in a recent interview with Cosmo. While participating in the outlet's If I Were You video series, Siwa opened up about wanting to have triplets with 3 surrogates. So at 21 years old, she's got the whole world figured out. So after the singer came out as a member of the LGBTQ community, she became untouchable in 2021.
That's not what it says.
She started to put together a pregnancy plan for herself. This is her exact words. Because I'm gay as shit, and I have to plan a pregnancy much different than a straight person. I actually want to take 3 eggs, fertilize 3 eggs, and have 3 surrogates. So basically what she's saying is because I refuse to have sex.
Okay, so it's going to be her eggs.
The natural way, yeah. Because she refuses to have babies the way she is fully 100% capable of having them as. And she's a member of this community. She has to be extra. She has to be so fucking outside of the realm of reality here with this shit. So anyway, so technically they'll all be the same batch, but they would all be born separately. I'm going to have my surrogates, my babies, and maybe their birthdays will land on different days, and they can be like triplets, but like not. True
like
poetic
not.
words from a fucking idiot here.
Yeah. That's not how it works.
No. Not only does Siwa know she wants to have 3 babies, but she knows their names already, too.
Oh, my God.
Whether or not her future partner agrees or not, she's going to name her kids Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy. I mean, this is a mentally sane person here, people, obviously.
Well, she's young 20s. She's still got a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah.
People in their 20s, including us, are just dumb.
Yeah.
You're just stupid. You don't grow up until, like, your late 20s, early 30s. Like, you know, so...
I would say that.
I'm sure it's going to change anyways.
Yeah, you don't really grow up until you're mid to late 20s.
Yeah. It's just like, you know...
You become an actual, like, adult, and you're like, oh, shit, you know, you start getting serious
You
about
got
life.
bills to pay, you got to, you know, have a life, and I don't know. Just...
It's weird, isn't it? It's like people don't fly the coop. For some reason, we have such a freaking hard hang-up. And it's because we make life difficult for ourselves. We're always changing the rules, you know? Like, no 2 generations had it the same. Like my grandfather, his generation had it different than my dad's generation. Different than my generation. No one grew up the same, you know? My grandfather was out there working hard. He had to go to the fucking military young and build a life and name for himself. My dad, he was reaping the benefits of that. He had an easy life, and therefore he was very soft. I'm not making fun of him, but he was a very soft person. He didn't have to work hard. And then you had me, who was like kind of off, and it was just a weird fucking situation. Just didn't have those same opportunities, and I don't know, man. It's fucking crazy, you know.
My dad always had
to make things hard.
He did the Air Force, and he always had to work hard, but he's still soft. Like
Very.
he's a mix of both.
Yeah, like
he always
did
worked
the thing.
hard, but then he was a mama's boy who just wasn't taught how to be on his own. He had to have a woman.
He was a hybrid.
Yeah, he needed a woman with him to take care of him, always.
Yeah.
But he would bring home the money.
There you go.
So,
hey,
I don't
making
know.
good money, but you don't know how to fucking spend it.
Yeah, he's blowing it. It's freaking... Listen, he's a rare person, man. He's different.
It's very odd behavior. I don't know how you can't take it, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But, here, I got another one here for you. This man committed his 220th offense 2 days after a jail term.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, this is one of those stories that's going to lead to a conversation that's going to make us sound awful, but we're going to do it anyway. This guy, Andrew John Jason Bell, he's got 4 names, so of course he's got to be extra. He's 47 years old. He's amassed more than 200 criminal offenses, was back in court just 48 hours after leaving jail. At this point...
I don't think he wants to leave jail.
He doesn't want to leave.
So stop releasing him. Just let him...
Stop releasing him. Yeah.
Because he's just going to do something to get... I'm saying that because he's just going to do something tomorrow to come right back in. So figure something... It's not working.
I mean,
figure
jail
something else out.
isn't meant to be anything but a rehab center. I thought it was a rehab center for the most part. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be treated. Like, you learn your lesson, you go back, and you don't do it again.
Well, a lot of them have, like, TVs and stuff now.
Yeah.
They get, like, little library books.
Easy.
They can go to work. So... I don't know.
Well, there's certain personalities that just get along better in jail. If you're the kind of person that has no structure in life, no ambition, jail may work for you because you get all the socialization that you need. You've got your clique, you've got your importance, you can rise up the ladder. You don't have to work. It's all done. Basically, everything's done differently there. You know, some people just thrive in that atmosphere.
His 220th offense, he probably knows everybody in there. Like, why the fuck would he want to come out? He probably has nothing outside.
He probably comes in. He's got his hand signs going. Everyone's cheering for him. Hey, look who's back! You dumb fuck! You're back! Yeah! Fucking dancing. He's doing a little gangster Snoop Dogg dance as he's coming in the fucking door.
We saved your commissary for you.
We didn't even flush the damn toilet. We left that shit you left in there this morning because we need to be back to take a look at it. You know. So, he was fined $140 in order to pay prosecution costs and a mandatory surcharge that they'll never get the money for. His previous court appearance was in April when he was jailed for threatening a bus driver and racially abusing a man. So during a court hearing on Monday, magistrates heard Bell had been seen sitting drinking on the step of Carlisle Station Hotel in Court Square at around 20:30 BST on Saturday, just 2 days after being released from jail. The hotel manager alerted police to the presence of him. He was asked to move, and he attacked the man who asked him to move, and he beat the hell out of him, basically, and now he's back in jail for assault. People are saying this is going to be the last time.
He attacked the man, so I'm like, he doesn't really seem to be getting any real charges. These are all stupid charges until he attacked the man.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Because he verbally assaulted a bus driver? He got arrested for that?
Idiot, man.
What? That's the dumbest charge I've ever heard.
He's a real fucking idiot. But, some people, like I was saying, man, you just get along better. You've got your cliques. You know where you stand. You fucking got the white skinheads. If you're not one of them, there's a group for you. They treat you like family, so people that are in jail often don't have that family structure. They get it in jail, or what they think is family. They get an education, or whatever the fuck the amount of education. I don't know. Like they get food given to them. They got a schedule. They know what to expect. Mm-hmm. They can do whatever the hell they want in between the times they're scheduled.
Their laundry's done. They're fed.
They're taken care of well in there. You got maybe make it less appealing for these people to come. Or for guys like this. I mean, you got to think, he's never going to make it in society. He keeps coming to jail. He's a drain on our resources that other people could use. Maybe you have that conversation. If they're all in a fire pit in the back of the fucking jail and just get rid of him. Obviously, this guy's forfeited his freedom continually. You gave him 219 chances. He's back here for 220. Throw him in the fucking fire pit. He obviously forfeits his will to live like a decent, civilized person. Who dictates those terms of what a civilized person is? So it's like, you lose either way.
Well, a 35-year-old woman is behind bars after police spotted her vigorously pleasuring herself in public, according to a report detailing the alleged lewd act. In response to eyewitness report, officers were dispatched to a local park in reference to a male that was passed out with his pants down. Upon arrival at Bayview Park around 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, officers realized that the subject, lying on the ground behind the statue of Jose Marti, the Cuban independence leader, was actually a woman. A member of the public flagged down cops to report that they witnessed the woman with her pants down, stimulating her genitalia.
Wait, so they thought it was a man?
Because she had short hair.
They
put there's a picture of her on there.
So that is the real crime here, people.
Yeah. She had short hair, so women can't do that.
Well, some can.
Some can pull it off.
You know who looks good with short hair? I noticed this. We were watching Vampire Diaries the other day. Caroline's mom. Fucking smoking hot lady. Yeah. And she's got short hair. So
she can pull it off. Only some people can pull it off.
Yeah.
Not very many.
Halle Berry's another one.
She can definitely pull it off.
Whatever the fuck she wants, she can do, man. You can shave her bald like Jada Pinkett. You can't pull it off.
Yeah.
And she would look good.
A similar sighting was reported by Officer Frank Betts, who told a fellow cop that he watched the suspect vigorously stimulating herself. So this cop was just, watching. Mm-hmm. Like, you go, girl. I'm just going to sit here and stare at you.
All right. The cop was pleasuring himself at the same time to test out the goods.
The report does not indicate how long the officer observed the solo crime being committed. Police identified the woman as Teresa Dunleavy, an Oklahoma native whose address is listed as Streets of Key West in the incident report. When a cop approached Dunleavy, she was pulling her pants up, charged with indecent exposure, a misdemeanor. She was booked into the county jail where she's being held on a $5,000 bond. She's scheduled to be arraigned on July 26th.
Hopefully she took a shower.
Just getting it on in the middle of the park in Key West.
You gotta rub one out. I actually feel for this woman because I understand what it's like to have an overly high sex drive, and maybe she just needed to get one out, man.
Yeah, you're great. You're nuts.
I have to time them.
At some point, it just has to calm down a little.
I hope it does soon because it's very annoying. I might be the next one caught out like that, like this fucking woman.
God.
Maybe we could have helped each other. Who knows? Breaking news just came through that the Secret Service director just admitted that Trump's shooting was the agency's worst blunder in decades.
They think?
Yeah, fucking decades since idiots. When JFK. You fucking morons, man. And I'm not going to get into this. I'm not going to click on the article, just flash across the screen here. But just to say, man, if you don't think that we're living in a simulation or a world that's run by complete evil dictating scumbags that hate your guts and want you dead, they're admitting now that the person that they hate the most, they took a shot at and they missed. That's the only thing missing. Like, yeah, we tried to kill him and we fucked up. We're going to, it's just crazy. What are the chances here? If Trump was beloved, do you think this would have happened? No. If he played ball the way they wanted him to play ball, if he was on their side the whole time, and I mean the leftists, the elites or whatnot, this wouldn't have happened. They did it. And come on, really? The guy that they hate the most, it was our first one in decades. So it's always been fine up until the one guy that you hate the most is about, and it's looking like his chances are good to win this year. A shot's taken at him. Come on, man. So here's my last one for you here. Women confront cell phone repair store worker after they allegedly caught him trying to airdrop their saucy photos to himself.
Wow.
Oh, man.
You gotta be careful with these cell phone stores, people.
I've seen it happen.
You worked in a couple. The workers in there, shady as fuck. If they take your phone in the back room,
the worst.
Man, you don't... Oh, God.
I told this story in the show a few times, and I told you the day it happened. The kid I was in training with, we were out of training, and we were working in the store. And these younger girls came in. They were about his age, so 21, 22, 23, I don't know. They were in their 20s. And he was doing a cell phone transfer for him, which is you got to move the pictures from an old phone to a new one, and you have a machine that would do it for you. And he had his phone out. And he was taking pictures of the phone. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Because you got one phone on one side, one phone on the other side. So the customer's old phone and new phone. The machine was in the middle, and it would transfer them. And then he had his phone out, and he's taking pictures. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? So he's like, yo, come here and look at this. And he shows me on his phone pictures of the girl. Then I look down at the phone, and he was scrolling through and taking pictures. I'm like, you fucking weird motherfucker, dude. Weird motherfucker. And he was gone very soon after that. So somebody just said you were being this guy. I don't know who the fuck got rid of this guy, but he was gone. And I never liked the guy. And then he was doing this, and made me like him even less, because it's so scummy. You
just can't trust people. You can't even go into a business and trust the people.
So fucking scummy to do, man. You're going through someone's shit, and that is such an invasion of privacy.
And people have everything in their phones.
Yeah, that's why you just don't hand it the fuck over. People would just do that. They would just hand their phone over. I would look at them like they got fucking 6 eyes when they'd do that. You got all your banking information, you got your personal emails, your family's phone numbers, pictures of your family, and shit like that, And you're just going to be like, here, take it. Mm-hmm. When I worked in the phone store, people would just walk in and just immediately they would have their phone out in their hand. They're handing it to you without even saying hello. You don't know who the fuck they are, and they're just here, just handing it over. Like all your shit is on this device. You're just handing it to me. You got to be careful out there, man. So anyway, this happened in New Zealand, where they had to confront this mobile phone shop worker after his act. So one of the women, they handed their phone over to a popular mobile phone store in New Zealand for it to be prepared and fixed. They went to go pick it up on July 10th. However, when one of the women looked at her phone after picking it up, she realized that a lewd photo of herself had an airdrop failed notification attached to it. This led them to believe the store's worker had tried to send the naked image to himself. You would think that this cell phone worker would know to clear out the notification, but this is a good thing he fucked it up, obviously. This girl never would have known. Shocking footage showed the woman confronting the man over his alleged actions. The manager then got involved, defending the worker and denying the woman's assertions.
Oh my God.
Now, the manager then went through the staff member's phone and claimed the staff member had taken a photo to make sure the phone's camera was working. However, the manager did not show proof that the intimate images were not on the employee's phone, which he doesn't have to do. He doesn't have to be like, here's my employee's phone customer, you go through it. Yeah. Because you can't take her claims real. You just got to fucking handle it a different way. You got to call the authorities, go to the police or whatever. If that's, but then again, is it really worth it to you? You should just be smart in the beginning, Because how do you fucking handle this? Because as a cell phone manager, when situations like this arrive, you can't just be like, you can't just be like the customer's always right and take your employee's phone and give it to the customer so they can have peace of mind.
No, not hand the guy's phone over, but something like. You took naked pictures of this customer and put it on your phone. That's not okay. So authorities should be involved.
Yeah, but you don't go to the store yourself and confront because it goes nowhere.
No, it won't go anywhere. But I would have definitely called someone and had someone come out.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at the surveillance. Look at this because they can look at the phone and figure it out. I don't know, but you can't be just taking people's naked. Although. It's your own damn fault. You're taking naked fucking pictures.
I understand there's a level of accountability that needs to happen here, but you go to the store, you cause a scene. The manager's going to have their employees back, and they're not going to do anything. You either have to escalate this and go through court and spend money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fighting a case that could take a long time. That's just going to do nothing but embarrass you because these pictures might get down. It's crazy.
Go old school. Yeah. Get a goddamn Polaroid.
Don't even do that. I don't know, man.
Get a fucking Polaroid. Why are people still taking nudes?
You just be careful. There's options out there to move your stuff. You can get iCloud. You can do iCloud. You just log into your account. You can transfer your own stuff. Just don't trust these people. I want it on there.
I want no nudes of me.
I'm just saying, if this is what you do, and there's nothing, you do what you want. You do what you want. That's why the cell phones have a camera. You can do what the fuck you want with these things. Do whatever you want, but just be careful. Be smarter about your shit. My friend was notified that the airdrop failed with a nude photo that she had sent to her boyfriend years ago that was still on the phone. which means he scrolled all the way back to her gallery to find pictures of her, which is such an invasion of privacy. The staff member then appeared to collapse to the ground, fainting, and the women were told to go to the shopping center service desk. So, yeah, he did faint, and it showed the manager with the employee trying to get him off the ground. It was a very dramatic scene there in fucking Bangladesh or fuck New Zealand. But, yeah, there you go, man. This is a crazy scene, but it just goes to show that you just gotta be careful, man. You know, be careful who you're handing your phone to. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want on these phones. You could, seriously, you buy the thing, do what the fuck you want with it, but just be careful. You never know what's going to happen over there. You could give your fucking phone to a good employee, or you could be giving it to a fucking complete asshole.
Boom.
I think I'm impressing you with these sometimes.
Good job, man.
Yeah, that was a really good one. My stomach is growling, but I'm fucking...
So, for those that didn't listen to Friday's episode, right, because they didn't hear the announcement, that your schedule is back. So we're going back to Fridays with the live show.
Friday, man.
Today is Monday. There is no live show tonight.
Yeah.
No live show tonight.
There you go. No live show tonight.
Nope.
So don't get your hopes up. No live show tonight.
Regular show today, which is this. Regular show on Wednesday. Friday will be a live show. We are back on Fridays for at least a while. We'll see how long this schedule lasts. Yeah. Whatever.
Well, the schedule will be there for the foreseeable future, man. Life.
Yeah, well, you never know. Like, schedules change all the fucking time.
Things have changed. Our life has changed. So, therefore, the schedule's open now. So, Friday, and you know what? I got a message from someone that wants to come on the show, and they want to do a little recording tomorrow. Maybe I'll even do that now, because I can just do what the fuck I want, and I love it. I love the fact that I can do what the fuck I want now throughout the days, and that's a good thing. So, there you go. No live show tonight, but we will be doing it. What time on Friday?
6 o'clock on Friday.
All right.
So Fridays we're back, baby.
I love Fridays. I like doing it. We had a great turnout, man. Our biggest turnout yet was this past Friday. So thank you for that, people. That was a really good one. Are you ready for your favorite segment of the show that you will never tell me why you like it so much? Because
it's the last one, and then I can go back and sit down and complain.
Extremely high right now. I got to get this one out before I forget how to read.
You not?
Well, next couple of days I won't be, but I'm going to enjoy it for today. All right, this person wants to know, am I the asshole for divorcing my husband because he spent 10 minutes in the car during a family emergency?
What?
Yeah. So I'm a female, great for clarifying. I've been married to my husband for 2 years. He has a habit of sitting in the car 5 to 10 minutes before ever entering a house. I don't know why he does it, but he talked about a past traumatic experience he had when he came home and caught his ex cheating on him.
I don't like sitting in the car.
Me neither.
I don't. I hate it. I hate it. Jenna, she hates when the car is stopped. It has to be moving at all times. And we'd leave this house.
I've run many red lights because of her.
We'd leave this house, or when we're leaving the store or whatever, and we are just sitting in the car for like a minute or two while, like, you're fidgeting with the phone or whatever. I get so aggravated. I'm like, we have to move. Like, I cannot, I could never sit in a car for 5-10 minutes before I go into a house. As soon as we get to where we're going, I am out of that bitch. Yeah. Get me out of this freaking car.
Well, you need a constant airflow.
I do. Like, the freaking window has to come, it has to come down.
The second the car turns on.
The window is down.
We sit in the car and I'm putting my seatbelt on, you got the door open until I turn the car on. Then you shut your door. You need constant air.
Yes. Yup. And if we're still, like, the door is open.
Yeah.
I will leave that bitch open.
You will leave the door open, and I'm just like, close the fucking door. I feel safer with the door shut. You know we're at the ghetto Walmart. Close the fucking door. You're like, nope. All right. So because of that, he just spent a few extra minutes in his car before he enters home as a response to his trauma. Now, I won't say that he's wrong in coping with what happened. Now, I don't know. How do you feel about this because it's a traumatic thing? Do you feel like that's weird because it's trauma?
I mean, you can't really knock someone for... everyone has different types of trauma, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, this is a stupid reason.
Yeah.
You're not with this person anymore. It's been years. You're married. Like, at this point, I would be over it. But, like, who knows? It didn't happen to me. You know, everyone reacts to shit differently, so I don't know. But to me, this is a stupid fucking reason to be...
It's really weird. Like, every time...
I could see if you came home and, like, the house was being burglarized like by gunmen or something, and, like, oh, shit. Okay, I need to sit here in my car and make sure that the curtains aren't moving, there's no movement
you walk around the perimeter of your house, make sure it's safe for you going. I can understand that.
But because, I don't know.
I had a friend growing up, and I just remember this one name, but Shannon, she had just gotten her license, and they played a prank on her, where they stayed in her car, and we were all at a party, and then she got in her car to turn it on, and they jumped out from behind her, And every time she got in her car after that, she would always check thoroughly, like walk around her car, make sure no one's... I mean, it gave her a good practice.
That's terrible, yeah.
But they scared her one night, and she was, after that, she always did that to check her car. She probably does it to this day because it scared the shit out of her.
Well, it'll keep her safe. You ain't going to have no homeless person in the back of her car anymore.
Very good prank. I do it too. When I remember, I'll do it a lot, where I'll just look in the back seat before I get into the car, just because you never know anymore. It's a crazy world. The last thing you want to do is be vulnerable. Yeah. You know, I don't like being vulnerable, so I always like to...
Well, it happens in TV shows all the fucking time, man. Someone's always laying down in the back seat. You have no idea.
So, I'm not saying he's wrong with coping with it this way, but it's made me feel uneasy and has caused many fights between us. Like when we'd have guests, he'd sit outside before coming in. Or when dinner is waiting on him, and he'd take 10 minutes silently sitting in the car. Yeah, this is just too weird. I'd be like, dude, stop being a pussy. After a while, it's like, come on, man. Get over that. Get the fuck over that, man. This isn't, to me, something that you would develop a fucking traumatic...
I know, but really does... I mean, at the same time, you gotta look the other way. Why are you so pissed that he's in the driveway? He'll be in 10 minutes. Because why are you getting so pissed off?
This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm a ridiculous person, but this is ridiculous. I think this is ridiculous.
Well, it is.
Extremely ridiculous.
Who cares if he wants to sit out there and sweat his ass off in a 90-degree freaking car? You know what? Good for you, man. My food isn't gonna get cold. I'm gonna eat it.
I mean, I can understand if there was like, in your analogy, where people were gunmen in the house. I can understand that kind of trauma.
Right. This is a stupid. I said this is a stupid freaking reason, but like I don't know. Maybe. He was apparently traumatized. I don't fucking know.
So, like, the wife who's with him in the car, they go grocery shopping. She starts packing the house up because this idiot's sitting in the car, like, frozen. And all she needs to do is say, motherfucker, I'm right here. Why do you have this trauma? I'm right here. You know where I am.
Well, so she can...
Grab a bag and get the fuck in the house.
So she can bring all the groceries in and put it all away. And then by the time he gets out of the car, it's traumatic. Done.
So traumatized over this. Get the fuck out of here, you bitch. She should leave him, man. This is such a bitch thing of him. He's such a fucking pussy, this guy. I was worried that something might come up and he does not respond properly. And it happened last week. My 8-year-old son tripped and fell from the stairs and broke his ankle. He was in so much pain, and I called my husband to come take him to the hospital, and he rushed out of work. But then I called, and then I was stunned when I looked out the window and saw him sitting outside the house in the car.
Yeah, okay. Well, first of all, he should have. If you have to stay in the car, you should have called her and said, "I'm in the driveway. Bring the kid out."
He is.
No, he's a freaking pussy. I agree. I agree.
Capital P-U-S-S-Y.
He was sitting in that driveway the whole time. She could have been bringing that kid outside and putting him in the car. He could have been on his way to the fucking hospital.
No matter what
this guy's a freaking moron.
No matter what she does here, not the asshole. No matter what she does here, not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Guy, he is
the kid was
pussy,
hurt.
Man.
Yeah.
Straight up pussy, this guy. I mean, I'm not one to make fun of other people's trauma. But this is
stupid.
Stupid. Your kid got hurt and you can't snap out of it for 2 seconds. Get your priorities
straight.
So
if he brings the kid to the hospital, does he need 10 minutes sitting in the hospital parking lot before he can bring him inside?
Like, he's got a new wife. He's got a new kid. Get over this bitch already. You fucking pussy,
weird.
Dude. Get over this woman. It's a woman broke your heart. Who hasn't gotten their heart broken by a woman? Fucking pussy, man. Fucking bitch, dude. I'm fucking disgusted right now. Like, I am angry thinking about this guy. He is such a coward, man. I was both shocked. Your kid is hurt. And you're sitting there frozen in your car, crying and crapping your pants because you got fucking cheated on fucking 100 years ago.
Yeah.
He's got a new wife, a new kid, a new family. Yeah. And this guy can't get over this heartbreak from years ago. What a fucking pussy. So anyway, I ran outside and I asked how long he was sitting in the car. He told me around 8 minutes. So he had 2 minutes left before he can get up and fucking snap out of his goddamn fucking bitch fit in the car. I asked why he didn't come into the house immediately to help, and he said he would only be 2 more minutes.
Oh my god. So what is it about the 10-minute mark? It has to be exactly 10 minutes before he can get out of the car. What is that?
That's what happens at 10 minutes. That sound happens.
Oh my god. So does he sit there and literally time it on his phone? Like, okay, we got 8 minutes, or 2 more minutes to go. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And then I can move.
For 10 minutes.
Like, this is fucking bizarre. Knowing that your kid is suffering in there, like, come on.
Your kid is hurt. When your kid breaks a
and
bone,
even if it's
10 minutes
not your
could
kid,
be
and it's your, like, I think it's a step kid, right? Because they've only been married 2 years. But it doesn't matter. There's a kid that needs to get to the hospital, and you're just sitting there. Like,
you want the quickest way to recreate your trauma, sir? You keep treating your wife like this, and I'm sure you'll have your trauma come back soon enough.
She needs to beat his ass. Let him be traumatized over that.
And
then what's he going to do? He'll never get in a car again.
This guy's going to have a life of not being able to do anything if he's this sensitive. I was so mad and hurt, but tried to rush him, and he insisted he wouldn't feel comfortable coming in until the 10 minutes were up.
Yeah, I'm done with you.
He told me to get my son ready to take him to the hospital, but I started screaming at him nonstop, telling him this was a family emergency and that he was out of his mind to behave like this. It might not have been my best response, but I was shocked by his behavior and quite concerned because I had the situation always stuck in the back of my mind, and now it's coming true. I ended up taking my son by myself, when my neighbor intervened and offered to take us. And I hope this neighbor is going to be the next one. You come home from work and...
She's clapping it out with this dude.
This is the one day, you know what? I'm going to go in there in 9 minutes. This is called progress.
Yeah.
And he goes in the house, and that neighbor's like, oh, hey, how you doing, Tim? Pulling up his pants, walking out. We went to the hospital later. My husband came and tried to talk to me, but I refused. I then went to stay with my mom and text him that I wanted a divorce. Good for her. He tried to rationalize and justify what he's done, saying he could not help it and that he was nervous and wanted to help my son but felt stuck.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no thanks.
I'm done with you, dude. I don't give a fuck.
I left him on red and refused to reply to his messages, and days later his family harassed me by saying I was making my husband's trauma even more severe, and that I disrespected his boundaries. Yeah, they raised a bitch. He's had trauma his whole life.
It's a stupid trauma, too. Like, it's not even a good trauma. It's not even a good trauma to be this traumatized over.
I mean, trauma is trauma for a reason, and it's very subjective. I understand that, but there are priorities. If you can't snap out of it to help someone that you're supposed to care about or in your care or whatever,
who is injured and needs a doctor.
Yeah, if you can't put aside your bullshit to help someone else in need that is under your care and supervision, then you're a fucking coward. You're a pussy.
Like, as a kid, I would be so stressed out about getting this kid to a doctor immediately that I wouldn't be thinking about any trauma that I had.
My trauma is more important than your kid's fucking ankle. Yeah, screw you, dude.
Like, I wouldn't even be thinking about that. So, screw this guy. She's not an asshole. Like, fuck this dude.
Well,
I would be over it.
Well, we already know she's not the asshole, but let's just finish it, because who knows, something can happen.
There's still more?
Yeah, very little. I feel lost and unable to think because of the whole ordeal. My family are on my side, but they can be biased, of course. My husband's still trying to basically talk to me out of divorce and saying I'm making a huge deal out of nothing. I feel like I no longer have trust in him, especially when it comes to serious stuff, like how cold he acted in a family emergency. Here's an edit. I have to clarify that my son is not his biological son. We do not have kids together. So
doesn't matter.
Easy break.
Yeah, easy. God forbid she's pregnant and goes into fucking labor, and he is stuck in the freaking driveway.
Broke easier than their kid's ankle.
Yeah, I'd be done with this dude. Like, it's only been 2 years. Fuck him. You don't have a kid with him.
Yeah.
Screw him. It's not even worth it. Although you didn't know this before you freaking got married, that he was this fucked up.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, obviously it wasn't changing.
Yeah.
And then an emergency happened, and you couldn't count on him. You can't count on him, fucking leave.
If you can't count on the person you're married to take care of you or do the right thing, you need to get the hell out.
Yeah, get the fuck out. It's not worth it.
Nice and easy one there, man.
Holy crap, that poor kid.
That was the easiest one I think we've ever had. Immediately, it was like, yeah, this guy's a scumbag. I knew within the first paragraph, there's no redeeming this guy. No matter what happened, there's no redeeming. I don't care what happened.
He walked in on his girlfriend cheating on him.
Exactly.
And he can't get out of the car.
I understand trauma. Like, I do, because I have certain things that'll cause me alarm, like, you know, but you have to get over this stuff after a while. You know, like, you got to get over it. The thing is even in the analogy that you gave about the robbers and shit and getting shot at or whatever, getting robbed.
Like, that's a real trauma. You walk into a middle of your house is like getting ransacked. That would be a trauma. Yeah. Someone cheating on you, like, okay, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't paralyze me in the freaking driveway for 10 fucking minutes before I walk back into a different house, with a wife and a kid.
Mm-hmm. But you also got to think about this, too. I mean, the last thing that I can add to this would be, even if there was that kind of trauma, you have to think in the back of your head, there's something bigger that needs my attention now. I have to get over this and put it to the side. There's a child that's hurt that needs my help for my wife and her kid. If I love my wife as much as you got married to her for, you got to take care of business when you're called on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I had, I think I would be so stressed out about this fucking kid who's injured and I need to get him to a hospital. I don't think I would be thinking about anything else. But apparently that's not the case.
I mean,
I don't know.
If something happened to you and I had to get remarried and the person was with me and then like my kid needed something and we've been together, married, or if I remarried, I don't know, man. And this situation happened, I would do the same thing and I would divorce the person. Like, no, I can't count on you. My kids mean more to me than
if
this.
you can't
you and your
be
bullshit.
there for the kid or me, then fuck off.
That's what you signed up for. You signed up for it, and there you go. So, nice and easy one. You are the... Oh, wait, you're not the asshole.
You're not the asshole.
For some reason, I was thinking this came from
You're the asshole if you stay with this douchebag because he's obviously not going to get help or change.
Absolutely. So there you go. There you have it, man. And I got some good news here. I was thinking I was going to be out of my pills because for some reason the post office did not update.
The technology crap that happened.
So I got an email just now saying that Binoid delivered my package. So
oh fuck.
I was planning on cutting back, taking some time here, but I think we have to go back to the drawing board and renegotiate some.
You said you were going to have like 3 days off and reset your system.
I'm going to reset this. This is going to be great. I'm going to be productive. Be happy and
nope.
Yeah, I was going to dry out for a couple of days and get back to that, but now I'm thinking like, oh shit, what am I going to be doing tonight? So speaking of that, what are you going to be doing?
I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm waiting for the last episode of Presumed Innocent on Wednesday.
There you go.
That's what I'm waiting for.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Maybe I'll give that one a shot.
So fucking good. It's up there. Like it's like seriously 4.5 out of 5. I don't know. It depends on how it ends. It's been fucking great all the way through.
Good.
Hasn't pissed me off. It hasn't nothing. It's amazing. I love shows like this where you're just along for the ride trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
I'm glad you got
Give me something like that.
I'm glad you got something to watch. I'm going to be doing Supernatural. I think we're going to see where the hell we are on that one now. I'm just hopping in and out of that show. I freaking love it. I can watch any episode. But now that I'm hopping in and out, I'm missing a bunch of things in between. Now I want to go back and just rewatch the whole fucking series from the beginning and just watch it. That's what I'm thinking I might be doing eventually.
Stupid.
But it's fun though because, seeing someone watch it for the first time and love it.
Yeah. But she's way past you.
I was right.
But she's way past you.
But I was right when I said you should watch that first.
If you can go and check my Netflix, because I looked, I ended on episode 9. I gave that shit 9 episodes, and I still couldn't get into it.
You did.
Absolutely not.
That is not
I don't
one of those
like the
shows
two guys. I found them annoying.
I know. I can't blasphemy.
No, I looked.
My BFF
9 episodes. I gave it.
Is gagging right now. Like this fucking bitch did not just say that. Yeah.
Nope.
And I'm saying it too. I don't know who the fuck I'm sitting across. People I don't know who I'm sitting across the table from now. She just insulted
She's like, there's people. Hot guys on the show. It's really good. I'm like, who the hell are you looking at?
She's loving this show, man. She is loving it. And I'm happy. It's nice to see.
Oh, no, not for me.
I was right.
You need someone better looking than that to pull me.
Hey, I was right.
Give me some Damon Salvatore and I'll be hooked.
I'm okay with that one too, but I think she likes this one better. I know
she does. Good for her. I'm glad. Well, it's awesome.
I'm glad. And you know what? Even though I think she chose Vampire Diaries first. Or was it the originals? I can't remember which one when we were debating between Supernatural and that one.
Originals. She went from Vampire Diaries directly into originals.
And I was trying to get her to do
Supernatural.
And I was trying to get her to do Supernatural first. And she chose wrong, so. Originals was alright, though. It was a good show.
It had the best fucking ending ever.
It really did, man. One of
my favorite finales on a show. Definitely in the top like 3 or 4.
Well, that's why I gave that a B-. Who the fuck is Damon Salvatore, by the way? You said Damon. I'm trying to picture who the fuck is this person.
His name's not Dolph, motherfucker.
Oh, Dolph. Yeah. Dolphator. That's who you're talking
Dolphator.
about. Dolphator.
Someone said something in the game the other day.
It was me.
Oh, was that you just having a conversation with yourself? And then, no, you made Dolph, but someone said something about Vampire Diaries, and immediately you went and logged off and changed your name to Dolph, and then you said something and got a bunch of people talking about Vampire Diaries.
Because I made a character named Dolph in the game.
And no one corrected you. You're like, oh, Dolph Salvatore?
Dude, everybody's on board. His name is Dolph. I'm telling you, this is a Mandela effect, where some people think this Damon person was on their show, but it's really Dolph. Because I logged in, this is what happened. I logged in on the character Dolph, and I said, I clapped Elena Gilbert.
Yeah.
And the person's like, Vampire Diaries? And then all of a sudden, we're talking about it, and someone else chimed in, and it just became a Vampire Diary conversation.
And I'm like, why is no one correcting this idiot?
Because his name is Dolph. Dolphator, man. That's his name. Dolphator. Because, you know, Damon Salvatore, you can just make it quick, and Dolphator rolls off the tongue.
I don't know, but anyways, so you're going to be doing that?
I'll be doing that. I've got a podcast to possibly record tomorrow with a guest. If you love animals, you're going to love this guest, man. I'm still on the fence. I think I told you what they do, and I don't know if you want me to do that one or not, because you're ultimately the boss of the show. I have to take my orders from you, so I don't know.
Listen, I don't care. As long as you get the people from back in the day, I don't give a shit who you talk to.
Fuck those people, man.
You don't want to talk to animals. If it's a cat person... Yeah.
Oh yeah, well it'll be an interesting one. So I'll be doing that, watching some Supernatural, and who knows what other movies will be cooked up. But tell them where they can find us.
You can find us at Voice of Misery on all platforms and voiceofmiserypodcast@gmail.com.